Hello and welcome to the next video on the Fiat 500. I've kept this one shorter than I intended to because it was dragging on a bit and I'm not quite sure how long to make these videos, and it was a good cut off before I make the major blunder that I promised you at the end of the last video. So yeah, as the thumbnail goes, I am sick to the back teeth of finding hidden damage on this car. So we'll do the best we can with the subframe, and then you'll see what the problem is. Okay, another day. So I've got two jobs I can do today. First job is, let's see, inspect around there and the the split drive shaft, boot gaiter, whatever you want to call it. Definitely need a new one of those, but I'm not going to do that job because if I do that job, I should really do it. I really need to get in and clean all the grease that's been just thrown around that area, and I don't want to do that. Not on a day like this. What I am going to do, if I can just if I just turn you around, here's the subframe that came off the car. I mean, look at how cruddy and greasy that is. And here's the replacement subframe. The light is not great, too bright. The replacement subframe and the anti-roll bar. I think I'll take the steering rack off first, and the anti-roll bar. Oh, might need a breaker bar on that. Okay, there we go. So I think by this time you've seen me undo bolts before. This is just a case of some very stiff steering rack bolts, some very long steering rack bolts, 4 of them holding the steering rack on, and then after I've taken the steering rack off, there's 4 smaller ones holding the anti-roll bar on. Some were easy to take off, some weren't and needed a bit of WD-40 and the breaker bar before I could get the ratchet on them. So I'm also going to clean this up and give it a bit of black paint just to protect it. And I've had it a good, so let's give this a go. Right, for reassembly, there's only so much I can do. Let me get that out of the way. So I've managed to find a workshop manual that gives me all the torque specs I need. However, what it also tells me is that the 4 bolts that hold the anti-roll bar on, or the stabilizer as the manual calls it, are single use only. So I need to order 4 more of those, as is the pinch bolt on the steering column. That's single use only. So at the moment, all I can do is reinstall the steering rack. I can reuse these bolts. So that's for the steering rack, and it's 75 Newton meters torque setting. So let's see if we can get that just loosely in place. Okay, that's located. Let's try this one. Doesn't say anything about thread lock, just 75 Newton meters. And then we're good. So what we'll do is we'll get these, at least get the steering rack installed and use subframe. And then while I wait for the bolts to come, I guess I'll take a look at that. Take a look at that drive shaft and clean up all the crud that's all the grease that's come out of the split boot. So just check that's set to 75. It is, and tightened up. Okay. There we go. There you go. Yep, 75 Newton meters. Steering rack installed, no bother. There we go. Not much you can do now. Okay, so pack up now. Tomorrow's job is going to be examining the drive shaft and cleaning all the crud. It's absolutely everywhere. You'll see when I get there, but it is sprayed. Obviously that drive shaft's been going round and it's just been spraying grease out of that hole. Well, good evening, viewers. You catch up with me probably 3 or 4 days later for two reasons. I've been really busy and I haven't really had time to get out to the car, but more importantly, I'm held up on a subframe job because of 4 bolts. It's one of these frustrating things. You're at the will of the motor factors. So I ordered them from the website that had Fiat and parts in its name from the UK website, and the order was accepted. And then a couple of days later, I got an email saying they've got my order and they will dispatch it, and they'll update me when they've got more information. And then I've had nothing, so I'm waiting on these bolts. I don't want to buy the ones off eBay that will probably be here in 2 days, because then I'll have more bolts than I need. I'll be out some money. So I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to do this horrid job, which is deal with all this gunk and grease that's come out of the drive shaft boot. So the drive shaft boot, CV joint, whatever boot for the CV joint is toast. It's split, and it has just sprayed its gunk. Let me see if I can target that light a bit better. It has sprayed its gunk everywhere. That's over the casing. If I look up here, can we see up here? It's all the way up there over all these lines. It's just a mess, and I'm really not looking forward to doing it, but it's got to be sorted out. Right, I'm not sure what you're going to be able to see here because the light's not the best, and my hands might get in the way. And I don't really know the sequence for disassembling this, but let's. Oh, well, cracky, that actual. The whole gator is just. It's disconnected. Oh, I don't know if you can see me, nothing to it, but engine degreaser. See how well that wipes off. So engine degreaser does an okay job. I should probably be cleaning it. I should probably be cleaning it out from up there first. Ooh. Oh dear. There's a bit of metal in there. Oh. Anything else in there? Yes, there's. Is there damage on the end of the drive shaft? Oh, that's annoying. I need to find out where that came from. I think I'm going to have to take that drive shaft out, but let's get this as cleaned up as it can be for now, and then we'll tackle that job another day because I don't have much time this evening. Oh, I don't think I want to tell you what I've just found. Let me clean it up a bit more so I can show you properly. Okay, so this, where the universal joint goes, this looks very mangled and damaged. Also, if you look side of the gearbox casing, there's a lovely, well, it's not a hole, but the casing is certainly cracked and damaged. I mean, I'm sure. Oh dear. When it rains, it pours, eh? So we've got damage here. We've got damage there on the gearbox casing, and let me just get it. And when I pulled the drive shaft out, let's see. Sorry, I'm on my hands and knees here. I found this piece of metal. Not 100% sure where that's from. It's probably from the drive shaft. So not only did I overpay for this car because of my naivety with kind of Copart auctions, but there's much more damage than was described. Not that would have been picked up. The lack of undercarriage damage in the description was probably a bit naughty. And if that would have happened, I would have probably been a little bit more cautious. But it is buyer beware. And like I said, I think I said in a previous video, the wheel is the wheel that was here is in an absolute state. So it's, putting two and two together, I should have suspected damage. But even if that was the case, not this much. So I'm going to stop this section of the video. I'm going to clean up a bit more up here, and then I'm going to be online looking for new gearbox. Oh joy. You've got to laugh or you cry. I should just finally say before I get on with this, at least it makes the video a bit more interesting than bolting on a new wing, which is kind of, okay, I wasn't that naive. I was suspecting, engine service, maybe do brakes and pads, new wheel, new wing, new wing mirror cover, a repair of the bumper, and a new door handle on the driver's side. That's what this could have been. But, hey, like I say, it's making for an interesting video. Okay, so I've cleaned a lot of that up. This is the third time I'll be finishing up this video. I've cleaned a lot of that up. And it was an awful job, but it didn't take too long. The interesting thing that I found was, as I was scraping the dirt off and the gunk and the grease, I felt little things dropping off the car. You could hear them pitter-patter onto the ground. And then something hit me in the middle of the forehead. Can you see the bit of grease? No, it's gone. I've wiped it away. And as I did so, I found that. A little pin dropped out of the grease. I thought, where's that from? And then I kind of had to think, and I wasn't paying attention when I was showing you the end of the drive shaft before that went into the, what do you call that, the universal joint. But that should have kind of like 3 wheels that kind of slot in there and turn, although they're gone. They don't exist. So what I reckon is that pin was probably holding one of them in, and and this thing's taken one hell of a knock, and it's just destroyed the drive shaft. So the parts list increases. So I'm going to take photos of all of that, but new gearbox by the look of it, because the casing's broken. I'm guessing maybe even wheel bearing. Oh dear. So what I have done is I've gone on to Motor Factor's website and looked for a new drive shaft. £359. I looked on eBay, um, they're around 50, I think like 30 to 50, £60. So I think I'm going to have a nice browse on eBay. Oh, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be keeping this car secret from my daughter, because she doesn't live with us, but she's just taken over her own flat. But she likes to visit, and she hasn't been here for weeks. So this weekend I can see her saying, "Nick, can we come over for dinner, Dad? I haven't seen you in ages." So I think the secret might get spoiled at this rate. But what can you do? So if you're listening to this, thanks for watching that far in the video. That brings it to a nice cut off, and the next video will, well, interesting maybe, depressing for me certainly. So stay tuned for the next episode to find out what that is.